Moore. Easy.
Easy. And the first name again?
Jerica.
Jerica. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Elks National Hoop Shoot Contest National Championships. Today you are tuned in to watch the 12 and 13-year-old girls division. My name is Bart Powell, and I am here with one-time national champion, I believe, 10 years ago. Jerica Moore was our national champion. She did it in Springfield, Massachusetts, or Springfield,
Springfield, yeah.
Yes, so good to have you here. You're in for a treat today, I think. This will be one of the best divisions that we've ever had in hoop shoot history. We've got 5 former finalists, and I'm going to take a shot at saying that 80 to 90% of these kids are going to have a score over 20. So I think we're in for a real treat. What do you think, Jerica?
I think it's going to be a fun competition.
Mm-hmm. We'll go over some rules real fast so that you understand what's going on before the competition starts. You see the kids warming up there. Each contestant can shoot up to 5 practice shots. And once they shoot those shots, they don't have to shoot any practice shots. Once they shoot their practice shots, then their score counts for the next 10 shots. When they come back to the line the second time, they do not get a practice shot. They start at 11 and shoot 15 there and go all the way to 25. You have 10 seconds to shoot the ball. You can dribble it as many times as you want. The line judge, who you will see hand the contestant the ball, can call penalties, can call a foul if they jump over the line, as long as the ball goes through the hole before they touch that line. The shot counts, but the official, every once in a while you see it, they will wave a shot off. We are not the scorers, so sometimes you see a count, but it's not official until they add up all the totals of all the 3 scorers on the court, and then we know who our national champion is. So, Jerica, what were you thinking when you were warming up 10 years ago in this line?
You know, the warm-up's really, really intimidating because everybody shoots good during warm-ups.
Right.
It's afterwards where the competition really starts to matter, but I definitely was always in my head during warm-ups.
Sure. Did you eat a lot before the shoot?
No.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little?
No.
So you were that nervous?
Yes, I definitely let the nerves get the best of me every time.
Uh-huh. Did you watch your opponents?
Oh, yeah, I watched my opponents. I kept track of all of their scores in my head.
Really?
Yes.
And that did not affect you? It motivated you?
It motivated me. Yep.
Absolutely. So did you have any, you had probably a routine?
Yep. I've had the same routine since, maybe I was in 5th or 6th grade, and I used it all the way through college.
Uh-huh. Any superstitions, lucky charms?
I wore the same clothes every time, and I always had a horseshoe necklace that I wore.
Necklace.
Yep.
That's very interesting. So how many times did you shoot in our contest?
I did all 6 years.
6 years.
I only made it to nationals one time in 2015.
One time. And you made that trip worth it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. It was a lot of fun.
Uh-huh. So would you rather shoot first, middle, or last?
Middle. I always liked the middle.
Uh-huh.
I think I shot number 9 when I was at nationals, so I was more towards the end, but I liked that spot.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's cool. This is our 53rd rendition of this contest. Contest is being held in Wintrust Arena, home of the DePaul Blue Demons. It's great contest. It seems like it gets better and better every year. Kids, like I said, there's a lot of kids that come back to this. The total contest has 72 participants and 17 are returning, which is a huge, huge number. And like I said before, there's 5 former finalists in this group, so we should be in for a great contest.
There's 5 in the 10-11 girls as well, so it's kind of interesting that
Right,
so many returners are back.
right. Let's go over some of the statistics on what's happened in the Chicago era. The contest has been in Chicago for, I believe this is the 7th year. You've had to score 23 or better to win. 2 perfect scores and 4 24s in the last 6 years. 4 times in 8 years during the Chicago era. We've needed extra free throws to settle the division. And the average finals score for this division is 20.3. Right now we're going to turn it over to Dennis Sabo, our arena announcer, to go over the rules and announce the contestants.
I am Dennis Sabo, and on behalf of the Elks National Foundation and the nearly 800,000 Elks across the country, thank you for being here to watch these kids unleash their grit. You are about to witness the top 12 to 13-year-old free throw shooters in the nation compete for the title of national champion. The winners will have their names and pictures displayed in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts, the birthplace of basketball. And for the rules, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Russell Scott.
Thanks, Dennis. Good afternoon, everyone. As we come back from lunch, we're going to review the rules just one more time. Rule number 1, please turn your cell phone to silent and keep it that way throughout the contest. We encourage you to use your phone or tablet to post on social media about the contest, but we don't want to hear you using them. Speaking of silence, that brings me to rule number 2. We ask that you respect the finalists and try to be as quiet as possible. Once the gym doors close, there will be no exiting or entering the gymnasium until the end of the contest. Rule number 3, no flash photos. You may take pictures, but please turn off your flash. All photos from our professional photographer will be available for free in the weeks following the contest. And lastly, withhold all applause until contestants have finished at both ends of the court, especially in the event of shoot-offs. Please refer to pages 2 and 3 of your contest scoring booklet for a complete list of rules. We encourage you to try keeping score in your contest booklet, and if you get lost, don't worry, it's tough. You can catch the score on the Jumbotron. Both the scores above your heads and down on your booklets are unofficial. Official scores will be announced at the end of the contest and will be posted on elks.org/hoopshoot this evening. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, please turn your attention to center court, where Regional Directors Jeff Franklin and Brenda Wilkins will demonstrate the official signals used to indicate made or missed shots during the hoop shoot. When a free throw counts, referees will indicate the shot is good by this signal. When a shot does not count due to a miss, referees will indicate this no score by this signal. When a shot does not count due to a violation, referees will indicate no score by this signal. For a complete list of contest officials, turn to page 10 of your contest scoring booklet. Now, Dennis, back to you. Thank you.
It is time to meet our contestants. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready to meet the contestants, ladies and gentlemen? There we go. All right, in shooting order, starting with the girls, and first up from Sheridan, Wyoming, number 520, give it up for Olivia Brogdon. From Golden Spike, Utah, number 719, it's Danielle Deem. Boca Raton, Florida, number 2166, gives us Bella Brown. From South Haven, Michigan, number 1509, put your hands together for Blake Ensfield. Hailing all the way from Palmer, Alaska, number 1842, give it up for Grace Wilhelm. From Harrison, Arkansas, number 2311, Kaylee Bryant. Hailing from Reedsville, North Carolina, number 1723, make some noise for Kaylin Strader. From Woodward, Oklahoma, number 1355, Emmeline Switzer. Coming in from Littleton, New Hampshire, number 1831, make some noise for Miss Aubrey Roberts. Hailing from Rapid City, South Dakota, representing lodge number 1187, Emily Crawford. From Wadena, Minnesota, number 2386, give it up for Stella Eiliff. And our 12th and final shooter for the girls, hailing all the way from Paramus, New Jersey, number 2001, Rhea Bott. For the 12, 13-year-old boys, kicking off the competition from Wheeling, West Virginia, lodge number 28, Brazen Smith. From Claremore, Oklahoma, 12:30, it's Cooper Thompson. From Lawrenceville, Illinois, number 1208, Paxton Gear. Hailing from Wilkins, Pennsylvania, representing lodge number 577, give it up for Hutton Brown. From Putnam, Connecticut, number 574, make some noise for Bryce Espinoza. Hailing from Hoxie, Kansas, representing lodge 2415, Beckett Jilka. Jacksonville, Florida, number 221, sends to us Mr. Hayden Heavener. Representing Tucson, Arizona, number 385, give it up, Rene Cortez Jr. From Brookings, South Dakota, lodge number 1490, it's Chase Medius. From Preston, Idaho, number 1670, Sawyer Butler. Representing Sturgis, Michigan, number 1381, give it up for Wyatt Wagner. And our 12th and final shooter for the boys, 12-13, comes from Cleveland, Tennessee, number 1944, Parker Evans. It is that time. Close the doors, hold your applause, and let the contest begin. Good luck to all 24 of our 12 and 13 boys and girl competitors.
Okay, here we go. Time does not be nervous. Oh. So here we go. Time to not be nervous. Our first contestant is Olivia Brogdon. She's from Sheridan, Wyoming. Sponsored by lodge number 520, I'm sorry. Like I said before, each contestant gets as many as 5 practice shots. Sometimes you'll see the official show the scores, how many they want, but you'll know when the contest starts.
You know, and it's pretty interesting. I've gotten to rebound at a couple different levels for Olivia, and she only does 1 warm-up shot.
How many did you do?
I did all 5.
You did all 5?
I did all of them.
Mm-hmm. Get a little sweat going.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, it's certain that the first shooter in every competition has the most nerves because all eyes are on them.
Definitely. I would have never wanted to go first.
No. Olivia's not doing too bad. 6 of 8 to start. Got the rhythm going now. And there's a score of 8.
And Olivia's stats are pretty impressive. Her shooting percentage is 96%.
Oh my. Yeah, it's very impressive.
Her lowest score was actually at regionals with 23.
Our next shooter is Danielle Dean. Danielle's from Golden Spike, Utah. Sponsored by Lodge number 719. And it looked like Danielle was taking 3 practice shots.
Danielle's brother was the Utah state champion in 2022, so it's definitely a family thing.
Yep, got some genetics going. Yep, she's seen it and she's at least lived it. She hasn't shot it, so
Yes.
let's see where she goes.
Good way to start it off.
It's nice to hear that net the first time, isn't it?
That swish is such a pretty sound. Thought it was going to bounce around and go in, but
Looks like she's got a favorite spot to put her hand on the wall.
there we go. I think it's great that at this age kids already have a routine set and they'll probably use it for a really long time.
Yeah, they're strong enough that they can get the ball up there without a lot of effort.
Yeah, they're finally at that age where they don't have to jump quite as much anymore, if at all.
So what was your percentage the year you won the national championship?
The year I won, I actually didn't shoot that well that year until regionals and nationals. I kind of got lucky in a couple rounds. So it wasn't as high as I probably would have liked it to be, but
Sure.
it paid off in the long run. So
You did it on the right day. Our third shooter is Bella Brown. Bella's from Boca Raton, Florida. Sponsored by Lodge number 2166.
Bella scored 21 and had to go into a shoot-off at regionals. She made 5 out of 5 there. And she actually shot the regional finals with a sprained ankle, she said.
Okay. Couldn't use a lot of leg there then.
Nope. All muscle memory for the most part.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm a Indiana native, and that's an Indiana Fever shirt. Is that Caitlin Clark's number?
That is Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
We were just talking about that, how popular Caitlin Clark is making girls basketball.
Yes, she is.
Starting off pretty good there.
She gets really zoomed in.
Very zoned in, and she definitely takes her time, which is nice.
Mhm. Did you have a spot on the rim that you looked at? Was it the front or the back?
I looked at the back.
The back.
Yes. I think I was told from a pretty young age, aim for the back of the rim and you'll never come up short.
Right, absolutely. Well, she followed up the hiccup with a make. That's a good thing.
She has a lot of arch on her shot.
Yep, soft shot, without question. Bella doesn't look stressed. She looks pretty calm.
Very calm. You kind of got to have in this competition. Can't get too overwhelmed.
No. And that's a good score for Bella. Bella starts out with 9 of 10, and she's the leader on the bench. Our fourth contestant is Blake Ensfield from South Haven, Michigan, sponsored by Lodge number 1509.
And Blake actually took first last year in the 10-11 age group.
Do you think there's more pressure on these defending champs?
You know, unfortunately, I think there is. You kind of have to battle a lot more mentally as well.
Absolutely.
But Blake looks pretty calm, so.
She got that ting on the bottom of the rim. I love that sound.
It's such a beautiful sound, isn't it?
She doesn't look phased.
Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Very in the zone. Ooh, I thought I was going to give it to her.
Yep. And then I jinxed her.
She bounced back very quick, though.
How many practice shots did you shoot a day?
Did I shoot when?
During a day?
Oh, shoot. Me and my mom would go late at night. I lived in a small town that didn't have, like, a gym to go shoot in, so I'd go to the park. My mom would hold up a flashlight, and we'd shoot, I'd say probably at least 100 shots a day.
Is that right?
Yes.
I like that. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, I was
That's
even
cool.
out there in gloves sometimes because it was so cold, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, I used to shoot in the cold, and I swear it made me a good shooter.
Shooting was definitely my specialty as I got older.
All right, Blake puts up a 9. Had a little bit of hiccup, but the former national champion kept her cool. Our next contestant traveled the farthest to this contest. She is from Alaska, Palmer, Alaska, Lodge number 1842, Grace Wilhelm.
Alaska is quite a ways to travel.
We were just talking about shooting in the cold, and I'm sure that that's what she's done.
I'm sure she's done it more than we probably have.
Yes. All right, here we go for score.
Grace also made 25 at regionals.
It's amazing how different each shooter is. Grace, she pounds the ball on the floor 3 times and watches the ball and barely looks up at the rim before she lets it go. That's very interesting.
Whereas most people do stare at the hoop longer than they
Absolutely.
do the ball.
Absolutely. All right, there's that good sound. Got it back.
Just like we were talking about, Grace's favorite basketball team is also Indiana Fever.
All right, the number
Another.
is 9.
The Nines.
3 9s in a row. Somebody's going to get perfect here in a minute. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen with this group today.
Our next contestant is Kaylee Bryant. Kaylee's from Harrison, Arkansas, sponsored by Lodge number 2311.
Kaylee had to do a shootout at state. She went 5 for 5. But at regional, she won with her 20. No shootout.
No shootout. And here we go for score. That zipped through there.
Yeah, that was a pretty shot.
Were you a quick shooter or methodical?
Very methodical. I took my time.
Took all 10 seconds.
Probably very close to it, yeah. I didn't like rushing my shot one bit.
Got the shooter's roll there.
Several of the girls are wearing this year's hoop shoot shirts on the competition day.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
Yes.
Usually they've got a lucky shirt.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
that was a good touch.
That's the kind of break you need to win this competition. And then the swish came right back.
Yep. Might be our first 10. There it is.
Very nice, Kaylee. 10 for 10. Kaylee Bryant. She wasn't counter shots. She wanted to shoot again. Our 7th shooter is Kaylin Strader. Kaylin's from Reedsville, North Carolina, sponsored by Reedsville Lodge number 1723.
And Kaylin participated here at Nationals last year. She had a shoot off in the 10-11 rounds, but ended up in 4th.
So Kaylin is a 12-year-old shooting in the 12 and 13 division. And I find it interesting that she's shooting from about 16 feet. She's not close to that line.
No, she definitely gives herself room.
Yeah, she does jump a little forward, so she's being very smart about it. All right, here we go for score.
You know, it's interesting to watch all the girls behind. Some of them are watching very intently, and some of them aren't looking one
Yeah,
bit.
watching the boys, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure. You said you wanted to know. You counted everybody. It's a game within itself. I mean, you're competing against yourself without question.
Absolutely. Shooting is a lot of a mental game as well.
Absolutely. All right, here she goes.
Her shots are just a little bit long. See if she can set back in. There we go.
Well, she's still focused, not getting frustrated. I like to see that.
Kaylin's favorite part actually is the competition, so maybe she does well under all the pressure.
Okay. Our next shooter is Amelin Switzer. Amelin is from Woodward, Oklahoma, sponsored by Lodge number 1355.
Once again, we have another returnee. Amelin took 9th last year in the 10-11 age group. No, in 2023, sorry.
So she's a 13. And here we go for score. She flips the ball up there. She's a strong kid. And a good start.
She has a really nice shot. It goes right in there.
Yeah, that's your first tick up. Hopefully she can get it back. In this competition, there is a high rate of the shot after a miss not going in, and the hardest shot in sports, the 11th shot without the warm-up.
That 11th shot is always stressful. I remember walking up every time, just a little anxious.
All right, Emily. That's an 8. It's got her in contention. Our 9th shooter is Aubrey Roberts. Aubrey is from Littleton, New Hampshire, sponsored by Littleton Lodge number 1831.
So Aubrey's dad actually competed in the hoop shoot when he was a kid.
Wow.
It's cool how long it's been around, how many generations could have been involved in the hoop shoot.
Yes, it's crazy. No one would have ever thought that it would have lasted this long.
And how big it became.
Big it's become. All right, Aubrey shooting for score. First shot counted. She's got a soft shot. I shot a little on these rims this morning and they were not forgiving. And so far in this competition, we've only had
She had a good bounce there, though.
one perfect score out of 48 shooters today. Got it rolling. All right, I like how she backed off the line to get reset after that miss.
Sometimes that's what you have to do. Just give yourself a second and get back up on that line.
Ugh. Okay,
I have another 8.
still in the hunt. Our 10th shooter is Emily Crawford. Emily's from Rapid City, South Dakota. Sponsored by Rapid City Lodge number 1187.
And Emily's actually another returner that we have. She was here in 2022 in the 8 and 9-year-old division. She got 4th.
So that means she's a 12.
She is 12, yeah. At regionals, she had 23. She won in a shootout with a 4 out of 5.
One dribble and lets it go. All right, here we go for score.
Her shot's quick, but it sure is pretty.
It is. Yep. It's the same every time. Halfway home.
It's definitely a family thing with Emily. All of her siblings, it looks like, have participated one time or the other.
All right, there's a 10. 2 10s, 3 9s, 3 8s. A lot of people still in the hunt for this. Our 11th shooter is Stella Iliff, representing Wadena Lodge, number 2386.
You know, and it's interesting, she shot her best at the lodge level. You don't see that very often.
Well, her lodge director is her state director, so he got her home probably.
Yep.
Our official today handing the ball to the shooters is Brandon Wilkins. Brandon's a regional director from Colorado. And here we go for score with Pharrell or Stella.
She definitely takes her time on her shot.
She does, and did you notice she didn't take her time very much in the warm-ups?
Yeah.
She is really focused. Of course, I just caused her to miss that shot, I'm sure.
Sometimes it seems like that rim is very giving, and sometimes it seems like it isn't one bit.
Yes. Soft in the middle and hard on the outside.
Yep. You could tell she kind of reset herself there after that last shot.
Okay, we're down to our last contestant for the first round. It's Raya Bott. Raya's from Paramus, New Jersey, sponsored by Lodge number 2001.
Another girl with the favorite team is Indiana Fever.
The girls that you see rebounding today are former shooters. They're called the backboard. They give up their time because of what the program has done for them, and they love it so much that they come back year after year and help us out. So it's not just great when you're shooting; it's also great after the fact.
Yeah, and it's been really fun to get to know all the other members on the backboard. Down there we have Destiny and Nicole. She has a lot of height on her shot. It's really soft and pretty.
All right, let's get this last three, Raya. Keep yourself in the hunt.
Good little touch there.
Okay, so the first round's done. We have 2 10s, Emily Crawford and Kaylee Bryant, and 3 9s, Bella Brown, Blake Ensfield, Grace Wilhelm. Here's the toughest shot in sports right here. The 11th shot. You don't get any practice shots. You just come out and shoot 15. You've been sitting there for about 20 minutes. You get a little tight. You don't have sweat on you. And you just really got to focus on that shot.
It's kind of crazy. We're already in the second round already.
They are flying. It's not many dribbles and let it fly.
Oh.
There we go. Spinner. All right, Olivia, you got a little run going. Just keep it going here.
Those last 5 shots are always pretty stressful too.
Well, she's found the spot. 2 to go. If she can post a 22, that's a decent score.
There we go.
All right, 22 for Olivia Brogdon, leader in the clubhouse.
She really just had to find that sweet spot.
Next up's Danielle Dean. There we go, rattled one home. Rattled another one home. There we go.
We were looking at fun facts about her. We saw that her favorite team is the Box Elder Stingers. We weren't quite sure who that was.
Well, a box elder is a tree, I do know that. Got a good run going here. You know, they placed down to 3rd place, so that trophy for 3rd place will make you excited just as much, not maybe as much as the 1st place one, but taking a piece of hardware home from here would excite her, I'm sure.
Yeah, I definitely think just getting here too is exciting.
Oh, absolutely. All right, finished well. 18 for Danielle. Here comes Bella Brown. Bella scored 9 in the first round. Let's knock this first shot down, Bella. And
There
you
she
go.
goes.
That was sweet sounding.
You even see some of the girls yawning in the back. It's been a long weekend for them.
It has.
Bella just looks so relaxed up there.
I am 100% sure at 13 years old I would have not been relaxed.
I'm pretty sure I tried to look relaxed, but I definitely wasn't.
Did you do breathing exercises?
No, I probably needed it though.
Yeah. There you go, Bella. That's away.
She just needed to take a little step back.
In this age division, there is not much room for error.
No, everybody's pretty good. Especially this year. They're all really close.
Yep, she slowed it down just a little bit.
She makes these last few. She'll be tied with 22. There it is.
Yep, 22. Puts her in a tie for first place with Olivia Brogdon. Here comes Blake Hensfield. She's doing a little stretching before she gets up to that line.
Like I said, you can't blame them. It's a long time to be sitting there with no warm-ups. It's always that 11th shot.
It is.
She has a very set routine too.
Quick release.
Very quick. She kind of barely looks at the rim as well.
Like showing no emotion whatsoever.
Not even a little bit, huh?
No. No. Another day at the office, it looks like.
Yeah, but that's what's nice. That's how you know all these kids are practicing so much. Just a few more and it could put her in first place.
Yep, good run to finish it out.
Oh, I spoke too soon. All right, three-way tie with 22.
Okay, next up, Grace Wilhelm. Grace had a 9 the first round. Let's hit this first shot, Grace. Like I say, it's the hardest shot in sports.
It really is.
You know, these guys win national championships having played and played and played, and they're in the game and they've got a lot of sweat going on, and there's no sweat here. You're tight and you got to come in and hit a shot.
Yeah, it's not like a regular game where you're still moving even though you're not shooting.
Right.
Sometimes I wonder what those girls are talking about back there. They're just so calm.
Did you talk?
No,
No.
no.
Wasn't having. Good looking shot. There we go. Got the right roll. All right, let's
Alright,
get
one
this
more.
on. Here we go, Grace.
There you
All right.
go. Puts her in first place so far.
New leader in the clubhouse. I'm supposed to be the hoop shoot historian. Grace is from Alaska. I don't know that we've had a girl national champion from Alaska.
Really?
I think we've had one boy, Trey John Langdon.
Well, it might be the year.
Might be the year. Kaylee Bryant was up next, and she was 10 for 10 and missed that first 11th shot. And she got to get it fixed real fast here.
There we go.
Good rhythm now. Hit 5 in a row.
Yeah, she definitely got in her rhythm now.
Yep, hit 9 in a row.
Makes this one good tie with 23. Another 22.
Another 22. So as of right now, we have 223s, or 123 and 422s. Next shooter's Kaylin Strotter.
If it keeps up like this, that's going to be a big shootout.
Big shootout. I don't think there's any time limit on the gym today, so we got plenty of time for that. Kaylin looks a lot more relaxed this round than she did that first round.
Kaylin actually had to shoot at her state championship with a broken ankle.
Oh my.
That's quite impressive.
Well, she's giving it grit. Her score might not be what she wants today, but look at her. She's focused, not quitting. I think that's awesome.
It's kind of what it's all about. It's just being gritty, right?
Absolutely. On a little bit of a roll here. Finished strong now.
She did find her rhythm now, though.
There we go. Good finish, Kaylin.
She was ready to keep going,
Yes,
too.
she was. She wasn't counting. Okay, here comes Amelin Switzer. Obviously, she made 8 shots the first time. Still in the hunt for a national championship.
She had that roll on that 11th shot. That's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
These 15 sure can be tricky.
Mentally, do you wear out shooting 15?
What's that?
Mentally, do you wear out shooting 15?
I normally shot worse in my 15, but at nationals, that's where I shot my best.
Okay.
But
I know a lot of kids that when they practice, they shoot them in groups of 10.
yeah,
Probably should shoot in groups of 15, huh?
with a little break in between, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right, still got a chance to put up 21. Hits 21, that's 84%. That's really good shooting.
You know, and it's close to her normal shooting percentage, which is 88.
There you go. One shot off. All right, here we go with Aubrey Roberts. Aubrey had 8 first round.
I've definitely noticed today that that 11th shot has tricked a lot more people than it normally does.
Absolutely has. And then the shot after it, if he misses, that one right there. Come on, get yourself together here, Aubrey. There we go.
Well, on a fun note, Aubrey's dream vacation is to be on a deserted beach full of puppies. Me too.
Oh my. There we go, got the roll.
Now that rim's being a little bit more forgiving.
Yes, it sounds like it is. Yep, a little frustration setting in. Completely understand it.
She finished strong though.
Okay, so here we go. Emily Crawford's the only perfect score. She can miss one and still be the national champion. So do you call this pressure or being in the driver's seat?
I think she's in the driver's seat.
There you go. I like that.
All
Number
day
11.
today.
Yep. She runs the board. She can get it done, and she didn't do it.
She's still in charge right now though. Well, her and Grace are in charge right now.
All right, finishing strong. We thought the girls were shooting fast. The boys are done.
Are they really done already? You don't see that very often. I
No.
feel like the girls usually finish first.
They do. All right. Good finish, Emily. Good finish.
Well, if our scores are correct, which they're not official yet, we already have our national champion.
Grace Wilhelm, Alaska. And it looks like we have a 3-way shoot-off for second and third at this moment.
It's a pretty large shootout, too.
This is Stella Iliff from Wadena, Minnesota.
I found out that there's now team awards this year.
There is a team award. It's called the Cam Cronk, Linda Cronk Award, and it's for the region. So even though Stella's not having the best of days, she's still shooting for her region team where every shot counts. So
I think that's a cool new addition.
absolutely, yeah, it makes it fun. Okay, come on, Stella, hit these last 5. You still stay in contact with a lot of the kids that you competed against?
I actually don't.
No?
You know, we all just, it's been 10 years. We've all gotten quite a bit older, but
Sure.
I still have stayed very involved with the Whip Shoe.
Right, right.
Actually, one of the backboard members this year, Zocco Littleton, he was the 10-11 champion the
Okay,
year that I won.
okay. All right, this is our last shooter, Raya Bott from Paramus, New Jersey.
She hit that 11th shot.
Yes, she did. I'm going to say this group was about 50% on that shot.
Yeah, you don't see it hurt that many people as it did today, but
No.
it's still possible.
Hmm.
Looks like the boys are over there having a shootout too.
Yes. Well, as of right now, Bella Brown, Blake Ensfield, and Kaylee Bryant will be shooting for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
And Olivia Brogdon. There's 4
And
of
Olivia
them.
Brogdon. Oh, I didn't look at the top of my list. All right. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah. There's a big difference between 2nd place and 5th place.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And 4 shooters, it could take some time. Come on, Raya, finish strong here. You know, you can tell a lot about a kid's character. They're not having a good day, but they're still competing.
Absolutely.
And Raya's competing.
She hasn't changed her facial expression
No.
this whole time.
Not a bit. Good finish, Raya.
No, and she finished
Oh,
strong.
yes, she did. 19's not a bad score. Okay, so unofficially, we have Grace Wilhelm as your national champion, and we will have a 4-way shoot-off for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. What happens in that shootout is each contestant will come to the line, no practice shots, shoot 5 shots, and then go sit down. They will shoot in the same order that they competed in, so Olivia Brogdon will be first, Bella Brown 2nd, Blake Ensfield 3rd, and Kaylee Bryant 4th. I'm going to assume that if you miss a shot in this first round, you will be eliminated probably.
Yeah. You know, and it's been a while since at least 3 of them shot.
Right, right, yeah, the top 3. Top 3 haven't shot in a while, so the toughest shot in sports is now the first shot in the playoff.
Yep. It's now the 26th shot, huh?
26 shot. The record for a shoot-off, by the way, is held by a man named Zeb Alford. And Zeb hit 673 out of 75 shoot-off shots.
It's a lot of shots.
That's a lot of shots. Yep. The gym was howling every time. We didn't have the scorekeeper, so, everybody was keeping their own score, and there was a lot of oohing and ahhing, It was great.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about shootouts is the oohs and the ahs in the crowd, because everybody wants to be quiet, but sometimes it's just hard to.
That's not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen. I believe Zeb hit 97 out of 100 shots that year to win the national championship.
That's why you put up at least 100 shots a day, right?
That's right. He was used to it. I still can't get over that story about your mom and the flashlight. That's priceless.
Yeah, my mom was a trooper.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was. Was she a coach?
Nope.
No?
My mom didn't even play basketball.
No.
But yeah.
No. Well, good for your mom. You gave her part of the trophy, right?
Actually, I think it sat in their living room for a while.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And where's that trophy today?
Still with my parents.
Still with your parents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's taking just a little bit of time to sort out the scores, having 4 kids tied with 22. So all of the scorekeepers, I'll tell you who the scorekeepers are today on this court. The scorekeepers are Desiree Wilkins, that's Brandon Wilkins, the official's wife, Beth Stanley, and Pam Zabo. All right.
There's that shot.
Playoffs started. Olivia Brogdon shooting first. Rattles one home.
Just that roll.
Yep. And like you said, she's been the one that's been sitting there for about 25 minutes.
25 minutes is a long time,
It's
too.
a long time.
We have Bella back up.
Yep. Bella Brown.
I have a feeling that first shot's going to get quite a few of them, possibly.
Yes, it is. She backed off, trying to get reset. She probably has the highest arching shot of all the contestants in this age group.
It's a ways up there, huh?
Mhm.
Well, the first two were 3 for 5.
3 for 5. All right, here we go with Blake Ensfield. Got to hit that first shot, Blake.
I think that one might be trickier than the 11th.
I would say your nerves are getting you more with this shot than the 11th.
Yeah. Got that roll in.
Got the rattle. All right, so Blake's still in the hunt. Brings us to our last contestant, Kaylee Bryant. Kaylee hits all 5. She finishes second. Good start. Okay.
Well, it looks like we have all of our.
That finished the playoff pretty fast. Really
Yeah,
did.
they all scored a little bit different, huh?
Yes, they did. So unofficially, we have Grace Wilhelm as our champion. Kaylee Bryant would be the runner-up. And Blake Ensfield, our third place winner.
I think we need to give a kudos to all these kids out there today, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They had to win four different contests to get to where they're at. So they are all winners, even though they don't feel like it, some of them today.
Just being top 12 in the nation, I think, is impressive, and
Absolutely.
I hope all of them realize that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they do. And you know their parents love them.
Yes, yes.
They're not going to not love them for not
Everybody's
being
still proud of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
There we
that is
go.
it. Give them a round of applause.
Okay, so what happens here now is they will go from third place, second place, and first place, and each one of them will receive a medal presented by their regional director. And then tonight is when they'll get the hardware. So our arena announcer, Dennis Sabo, will tell you who won and where they're from and all that good stuff. They look worn out
Yeah.
mentally. Absolutely.
Look at that. Even after everything, Raya's still over there smiling.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Now, no perfect scores, but a lot of good shooting. I think I predicted eight of the kids would be in the 20s, and I missed it by one. So, real good shooting, and I'm going to say that they hit the average of 80% for the 12 girls.
That was a competitive group. 4 of them with a 4-way tie.
That's Tony Volgaris, our floor manager. Tony's from Wisconsin. You'd think he'd be a Packers fan, but he's a Vikings fan. I like that. Because I'm a Bears fan and I don't like the Packers.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, we need the following regional directors: Kelly McDermott, Lynn Rutherford Snow, Terry McMichael, Jeff Franklin, and Tony Vulgaris to the floor.
How long did it take you to realize you were national champion?
I think I knew pretty
Right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, in the girls' division, finishing third with a score of 22 out of 25 and 4 of 5 on the tiebreaker, and representing South Haven, Michigan, number 1509, Blake Ensfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be back.
The runner-up, 22 out of 25, 5 of 5 on the tiebreaker, representing Harrison, Arkansas, number 2311. Give it up for Kaylee Bryant. have traveled farthest to get here, but it was well worth it. Hailing from Palmer, Alaska, and making 23 out of 25, your national champion, Grace Wilhelm, representing Palmer, Alaska, number 1842.
Well, no shoot-off for the Getty Powell Award in the girls. The 8 and 9-year-old girl got it, I think. 24.
In a very competitive voice. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
A very competitive boys division. They missed only 31 shots out of 300 in the first 2 rounds. That's amazing. As a group, give them a hand for that. 31 out of 300 missed.
The whole group shot 90%.
Your third place winner with a score of 24 out of 25.
They were all close.
4 or 5. 4 or 5. 5 and 5 on the shootout. I'm sorry. Paxton here from Lawrenceville.
Okay, so there we have it.
Your national runner-up with a score of
Okay, so there we have it. 2025 National Championship for the girls 12 and 13 group is complete. Your winner from Palmer, Alaska, Grace Wilhelm with a score of 23 of 25. Kaylee Bryant was second with a score of 22 out of 25 and 5 of 5 in a shoot-off. And our third place winner was Blake Ensfield, 22 out of 25 and 4 out of 5 in a shootout. Jerica, good shooting, good competition.
Absolutely. I enjoyed watching it with you today.
Absolutely. So that's it from Chicago, Illinois and Wintrust Arena for this year's 2025 Elks National Hoop Shoot National Championships. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year.
See you guys.